Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. We're nearly at the end of this Grade 3 Music Theory and Practice workbook. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find the free PDF information sheets that I make frequent reference to. They're available in US letter or A4 to accompany each step of this series, and all the information that you need to know can be found in these documents. There's also a page which links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can access information about the books that I have available. If it is that you're working towards taking this exam, I've written a book, How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam, and it's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time once you're sitting in the exam room and taking the exam paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, it's all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be fab, and subscribe. There's loads more in the pipeline, so stay updated. And so let's press on, and we're moving towards the back of the book to the second of the general exercises. So I've referred to this as M Part 2 and we're on exercise 2. So remember that these exercises will touch on information that we've covered in all of grade 1, 2 and 3. And I suggest that you use this exercise as a revision exercise, and do look up any information that you're not sure of. Don't guess, find out what it is that you're not certain of and look up and figure it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you where to look to find these answers if you don't know it off the top of your head, and then I suggest you try and work these out for yourself, and then come back to the video when you've had a go and I'll work through these with you. Don't just copy with me, but do go and try and find for yourself, because you'll learn it so much more thoroughly that way. So I'm just going to charge on now, and I'll give you where to look for each of these answers. And so we can find the meaning to this word here in, let me think, grade 2. Section I. The key of the music, that can be found in grade 3, section F. The key of the second line of music again is grade 3, section F. We need to describe the time signature, referring to 2 of these boxes, and that can be found in grade 3, section E. Now here, all you've got to do is really just have a good old scan through and answer that question. Just use your eyes really, just to mark that out. Name these intervals, and so those intervals you need to look up grade 3 section J to figure that out. To find the 5th degree of the scale, well, first of all, to understand that question, that refers to grade 1 section N. And then you reapply that to the new key that we're in here. Give the number of the bar in which the melody jumps an octave. Now really that's just checking your clefs, so you need to look in grade 1, D or E, depending which clef you are looking at. So it'll be D that you'll be looking at there. Really, you might not need to do that, but if you need to check your clefs, there we go. And then what do we notice about the pitch here? So that's just a matter of paying attention and looking carefully. Which note is held for 2 full beats? That's just looking carefully. If you're not sure, that can be found right at the beginning of grade 1, section A, but really I think you'll know that by now. It's just looking carefully. And then rewriting the bars without using a key signature but using accidentals. Really that's just a matter of looking very carefully and paying attention to everything that you're writing. So press pause, have a go, do try. It doesn't matter if you get a bit wrong, you can always try again, that's how you'll learn. And then we'll go back and work through this together. So I'm hoping that you've had a go of this yourself, and so let's work through this together. And I'm just going to quickly work through these answers with you in the hope that you've had a go. If it is that something's wrong, don't just copy the answer in, but go out and find out how you've got that wrong and how to now learn how to get that right. So the meaning of largo is slow. It's literally slow and stately. It's kind of a broad form of slow. Oh, stately, yes, I've done that right. Do excuse me. What key is the first line of the music in? So now, not only are we looking at the key signature, we're also looking at these clues here. And we can't really have a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats, and then cancel the B flats without giving that a reason why. So this must be a raised seventh. In actual fact, we've also got an A natural here, and so if the B is the seventh, the A natural is the sixth, and that forms part of the minor scale. So the raised seventh is the harmonic minor, the raised sixth and seventh is sometimes the melodic minor. It's a bit odd that it's coming down because it's usually when it's going up, but we can kind of justify that. So this raised seventh is our main clue that you need to be looking for. If B is the seventh, C is the eighth, we're in C minor, which shares a key signature of E flat major, which is B flats, E flats, A flats, so that's right. Now the next line still has the same key signature, but it's got no accidental, so there's no raised sevenths. So we're back into E flat major now, which shares that same key signature. Tick two boxes that describe the time signature. So we've got our bottom note here is number 4, which means we're counting in crotchet beats or quarter notes, and that's divisible by 2. So we know that we're in simple time. And then our top number is 3, which means we're in triple time. Okay, give the number of 2 bars that have the same rhythm. So we've just got to kind of keep our eyes peeled, and straight away you can see 4 semis, dotted crotchet, quaver. Oh, you can just visualise there, you can see that's exactly the same. So bars 2 and 3. That's that. Name the 2 intervals marked. So we've got interval 1 here and interval 2 here. Bear in mind we're in C minor, so we need to bear that in mind. The first one is from C, 1, 3, 5. That's a perfect fifth. So that's easy, no more thinking there. And then the second one is going from C to A flat, so 1, 3, 5, 6, so it's a something sixth. Now C major would not have an A flat in it, but C minor does, and so it's a minor sixth. So that's that. Draw a circle around the 5th degree of the scale wherever it appears in bars 1 to 5. Bear in mind that this section here in bars 1 to 5 we've already said is in C minor. So if C is the first, the 5th is G. You think C, D, E, F, G. So we're looking for all note Gs, and we've got to circle those as the 5th degree of the scale. There's a G, any octave. There we go. So I've found 4. Just have a last skim through. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's that one done. Give the number of a bar in which the melody jumps an octave. So we're looking for a big leap. So we can just scan through to find a big jump first of all. So I can't see any big leaps. Oh, here's a big leap, but that's not big enough. We've got A to C, so that's not an octave, that's not a big enough jump. Let's have a look. Here we go. That's a big jump, but not big enough. However, here to here, F to F. So that's bar 7. So it's just a matter of looking carefully. So bar 7. What do you notice about the pitch of the notes that form the semiquaver or 16th note group in bar 3? So in bar 3, this is the semiquaver group that they're referring to. What do we notice about the pitch of that? Well, let's look what pitch we've got. We've got a G, we've got an E flat, we've got a C, back to a G. So those notes there are the first, the third and the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so that forms the tonic triad. So we just need to say the notes form the tonic triad. You could carry on to say of C minor if you wanted to, but tonic triad is essentially what that question's looking for. Which note is held for 2 full beats? Now, at first glance, you think, well, I can't see one because I can't see a 2-beat note in this time signature would be that. So at a first glance, you think, oh, I can't see that. However, don't forget, another way of showing that is to tie 2 crotchets or 2 quarter notes, and I can see that that occurs here. So that note there is held for 2 full crotchet beats or quarter note beats, and so it asks us what note is that, and that's an A flat. And actually here's the clue, because it says in bars, not in which bar, and so it's actually in bars 7 and 8 because it ties over the bar line. So actually that plural was a bit of a clue. So K is a nice easy question because it's just asking us to rewrite bars 1 to 5, but this time without a key signature. And so I'm just going to draw my bar lines, and I'm going to try and keep an eye at the top of the page so I can stay reasonably aligned to their original. Oops. Too busy looking at the top of the page. Let's see how that's gone out. In the exam, they'll move this so it's closer together, so you haven't got quite as far to look. So we do not want a key signature, but of course we'll still need the time signature. So first of all, I'm just going to write all the blobs in. Let's get all those note heads. So I'm not going to worry about any accidentals or anything yet. We'll think about that once we've got the note heads in. So just quickly copying that through, because there's no point writing a natural sign, because at the moment we've got no key signature to make a natural appropriate. We've nothing to cancel yet, so that they may not be required at all actually. Nearly there. I'm only going to use one line because bars 1 to 5 are only on one line in their original, and I want to stay in step with what they've done so I don't lose my place. So I won't bother with any accidentals yet. Let's do all the things that don't require thought. So I'm just copying. Maybe I should have used a ruler there. I think I probably should have there. I'm just trying to be quick. By all means you do so. Okay, for this big run, I think I'm going to have to just give that a bit more attention. Nearly there. Okay. So the key signature would be B flats, E flats and A flats. However, this B flat has been cancelled, so I don't need to add anything there. However, this A flat will need to be readjusted to have the key signature. Again, this would be a B flat with the key signature, but it's been cancelled by an accidental, so I don't want that. I need an A flat here. Now I don't need to write it again here because if you remember it lasts for the whole bar, so that A flat is still in place now. There are no notes E here. Oh, that's an E flat out there. I've forgotten that one. Let's go back. So we've got B flats There's my E flat, A flat, and that's it. Yep, that's everything. There we go. So all I need now is to put Largo, and there's no phrasing, no articulation marks there, so that's it, job done. I hope that's been helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that would be really encouraging to me, and subscribe to my channel. There's loads more to come. I hope that's helped you. Please do make use of all the information that's available on my website. Go to sharonbill.com, it's all there for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.